Most people fail at reading others because they focus on what's being said, not what's being shown. If you want to break people down like Ayanokoji, here's how you do it. Chapter 1. Watch their baseline. Before you can read anyone, you need a baseline. A baseline is how a person behaves when they're calm and unprovoked. It's their default settings. You can't spot a lie or a crack unless you know what normal looks like. When you meet someone, watch how they talk when relaxed. Notice their eye movements, their speech speed, and hand gestures. How often do they blink? Do they fidget? Are their words sharp or drawn out? Pay attention to their breathing pace. Are they sitting back or leaning forward? Do they smile often or keep a straight face? This is your personal file on them. Once you lock down their baseline, deviations will scream at you. Most people miss this because they jump straight to conclusions. Ayanokoji never assumes. He observes first. Let them talk about easy, neutral topics. Check how they react to compliments. Then, check how they react to silence. Watch how they hold eye contact. Their real habits always reveal themselves when no one's pushing. This baseline is your foundation. Without it, every other tactic becomes guesswork. Take 5-10 minutes to gather it when you first meet someone. Be subtle, not obvious. Just sit back, watch, and store what you see. The smarter you get at this, the faster your reads will become. Chapter 2. Spot micro-expressions. Micro-expressions are tiny flashes of real emotion people can't hide. They last half a second or less. Most people miss them because they're too busy thinking of their next response. Ayanokoji watches for these like a hawk. They show up when someone lies or tries to suppress a reaction. Look for quick eyebrow raises, sudden lip tightening, eyes narrowing for a split second, a brief flare of the nostrils, a fast, forced smile that vanishes instantly. These moments are gold. They tell you what the person actually feels before their brain covers it up. You don't need to call it out. You just log it. Use these flashes to detect what triggers someone emotionally. When you ask a tough question, check their face instantly. Their first half second is pure truth. After that, it's all performance. Ayanokoji uses this to identify people's weaknesses fast. If someone looks briefly panicked, he knows there's something to press. If they flash anger, he notes what topics irritate them. Train yourself to watch faces while staying neutral. Most people don't notice because no one taught them to look. You're learning it now. Use it well. Chapter 3. Watch how they speak, not just what they say. Words lie. Speech patterns don't. Ayanokoji listens for how people say things, not just the content. Is their voice steady or shaky? Do they hesitate before tough topics? Do they over-explain something simple? Is there too much detail or not enough? People who ramble often try to distract you. People who get defensive without reason are hiding something. Notice changes in pitch. A rise in pitch signals nervousness. A drop in tone can signal confidence or anger. Long pauses before answering usually mean they're crafting a response. Watch for filler words like, you know, or like. These spike when people are lying or stalling. Ayanokoji uses this to know when someone's fabricating a story. He lets them talk themselves into a hole, then uses their own words against them. Practice listening for patterns, not just information. The truth hides in delivery. You'll catch lies without needing evidence. Their voice betrays them. Chapter 4. Test with neutral questions. Ayanokoji never asks direct, aggressive questions early on. He starts with neutral probes. These are casual questions that reveal reactions. How's your week been? What do you think of that guy over there? What would you do if? He watches for overreactions to harmless topics. If someone gets jumpy over a simple question, something's off. You're testing their emotional control. Also, See how consistent their stories are. Ask the same question later in a different way. If the answer changes too much, you've found a liar. People with nothing to hide stay consistent. People hiding something will patch holes with new lies. Ayanokoji lets people reveal themselves by talking. You just need to prompt them right. Don't confront, test. Casual, relaxed, and observing. Let them underestimate you. It makes them sloppy. This is how you gather clean, honest intel. Chapter 5. Read the room first. Ayanokoji never focuses on a person alone. He reads the room dynamics first. Who's leading the conversation? Who's silently observing? Who laughs too quickly? Who disagrees often? Social dynamics expose pecking orders. People behave differently when the group changes. A leader becomes quiet when a superior walks in. An aggressive person gets defensive around authority. Watch who everyone glances at when a question's asked. The person they look at first holds power. This tells you who matters and who doesn't. Ayanokoji studies this before engaging anyone. It's easier to read someone once you know their position in the room. People show their real face when their status is challenged. Test this by shifting attention away from the dominant person. See who reacts. You'll learn more in 5 minutes of social observation than in an hour-long talk. Master this, and you'll never walk blind into a room again. Chapter 6. Use strategic silence. Silence makes people uncomfortable. Ayanokoji uses this on purpose. When you pause after someone answers, they instinctively fill the gap. That's when real thoughts slip out. After a tough question, stay silent. Maintain eye contact. Count to 3 in your head. They'll either add more or show discomfort. Both are valuable. Most people can't handle silence. They confess, over-explain, or reveal tension. Ayanokoji doesn't rush to speak. He uses silence like a weapon. It forces people to reveal what they're really thinking, and it makes you appear more in control. Practice this in every conversation. Watch how people scramble to fill the void. You'll realize how powerful quiet can be. Chapter 7. Track body synchronization. When people feel safe or connected, their bodies subconsciously mirror yours. Ayanokoji notices this immediately. If you lean forward and they copy you, they're warming up. If you cross your arms and they follow, they're aligning. If they don't mirror you at all, they're defensive or distrustful. Use subtle shifts to test this. Adjust your posture. Tap your foot. Tilt your head. See if they copy without realizing it. The more they sync, the easier it is to influence them. It's an unconscious signal of connection. Ayanokoji uses this to know when someone's walls drop. Once they mirror, you can steer the conversation anywhere. Chapter 8. Analyze how they react to pressure. People's true selves surface under pressure. Ayanokoji creates small moments of tension on purpose. Disagree politely. Ask a tough question out of nowhere. Introduce mild inconvenience. Then watch their face, voice, and posture. Do they get defensive? Do they laugh it off? Do they ignore it? This tells you everything about their emotional control. Most people wear a mask until stress exposes them. You don't need to be hostile. A small challenge is enough. Ayanokoji watches these moments like a test. The ones who crack aren't reliable. The calm ones earn his attention. Pressure reveals who people really are. Chapter 9. Follow the eyes. Eyes are direct access to a person's thoughts. Where someone looks after a question reveals intent. Ayanokoji tracks eye movements with precision. If someone looks up and left, they're recalling a memory. Up and right, they're imagining or fabricating. Down and left, they're self-reflecting emotionally. Down and right, they're accessing internal dialogue. Use this to check for lies. If you ask a simple question and their eyes dart unnaturally, log it. Paired with micro-expressions, it's lethal intel. Never stare aggressively though. Just casually track their eye direction. It's a cheat code for reading minds. Chapter 10. Log patterns, not moments. Ayanokoji never judges based on one slip. He tracks patterns over time. People can fake moments, but patterns expose them. If someone lies once, it might be stress. If they lie often, it's a habit. Track how often someone contradicts themselves, how frequently they dodge accountability, how they treat people with no status. Ayanokoji builds profiles this way. It's not about one dramatic reveal. It's about collecting quiet, consistent data. You do this by staying sharp in every interaction. Note habits, reactions, inconsistencies. Over time, their character becomes obvious. This turns you into a master reader. Final thoughts. If you start applying these moves, you'll notice just how predictable people really are. Most aren't half as complicated as they act. The key is staying observant while everyone else stays distracted. Never rush to judge. Gather your baseline. Test reactions. Read patterns, not moments. The more you do this, the more second nature it'll become. Ayanokoji's skill isn't superhuman. It's discipline. You just learned the blueprint. Now it's your move. Be elite. Stay elite.